out slowly is Maple. And does anybody know what kind of animal she is? Any guesses?
Adorable.
Adorable. She is adorable. I thought I heard it. She is a porcupine, yeah. She is a North American porcupine. And do we know anything about porcupines? Has anyone heard anything about porcupines? Anything special?
They're a mammal.
They're a mammal. What was that? Prickly attitude. That's exactly right. She definitely has that some days. So yeah, they have quills all over their body. So they are a mammal. Those quills are actually just a type of hair. So she has quills over her entire body. I've heard different numbers, but about 40,000. So lots and lots and lots of quills. And over top of those quills are what you're seeing now, because she's got her fluffy winter coat. She has those guard hairs. But if you were to pull back those hairs, you would see all those quills underneath. North American porcupines have a pretty wide range. They live in forested areas all over North America. So believe it or not, we do have some in the forested and mountain areas of California, all the way through
She just eats the broccoli
to the
florets.
East Coast up into Canada. Maple actually came to us from upstate New York. So she has kind of a special story. She was a wild rescue. She was brought in by a rehabber. She was very small. She was probably only a couple months old, so they rehabbed her, tried to reintroduce her. She came right back. She decided that people were pretty cool and brought lots of food. So unfortunately, she wasn't able to be released. So she came here to be an ambassador for her species. So she's going to live out her life here. She's still only about 3 years old, so she's pretty young, but she is full grown. So they range in size. She's kind of on the smaller end. They can get quite a bit larger. Carly's going to maybe show off those quills there, if Maple will let her, very carefully. So you can see on her tail there the really great example of those quills. So they live all throughout North America, and they have an important job. So they live in the forested areas, and they're in the same family as rats, mice, beavers, squirrels. They are rodents. So does anybody know what rodents do? What do they have in their mouth, and what do they have to do all the time?
They have to grind their teeth.
Grind their teeth down. They have to chew on things. So who here has seen different things around your house that maybe were chewed on by a squirrel or a rat or a mouse? Yeah, pretty common. So porcupines, no different. They have to constantly chew on things to keep those teeth worn down. They have ever-growing front teeth that are very, very strong. So those teeth will grow her entire life, and if she doesn't chew on things to keep them ground down, they would actually grow all the way down past her chin. So it wouldn't be too easy to eat. So their job in the forest is actually really important. They are not only going to eat a lot of the leaves and a lot of the branches, and they'll eat the bark off the trees. They will also eat a lot of the deadfall in the forest. So they'll turn that into wood chips or mulch to allow other plants to come out and grow. So porcupines, while they can be somewhat destructive, actually very, very important to the forest. Now there is a big myth that people hear about porcupines. Has anyone heard they can shoot their quills? Yeah? You guys want to see it?
Yes.
Okay, Carly, ready? Okay. You guys better stand back. Ready? 1, 2.
People moving
No,
back.
just kidding. They can't shoot their quills. Carly would not be this close if they could shoot their quills. Those quills, like I said, are just hardened hair. So it'd be like you trying to shoot the hair out of the top of your head. Can you guys do that? Let me see. No. They do, though, however, have the ability to raise those quills up if they get scared or they get startled. Similar to when we get goosebumps, all the hair on your arm or your legs raises up. They can do that on cue. They have a special muscle, and they can make that happen. And those quills are barbed on the end. So if they get scared, the quills raise up, a predator touches them, those barbs are actually going to stick in that mountain lion or that bobcat or that dog, and they are going to come out of the porcupine. They can shed those quills very easily, just like if you've pet a dog or a cat and you've come back with a handful of hair, but imagine it's quills. So that's why the myth persists that they can shoot their quills, because if that animal touches those quills, they look like they shot out, but they don't. They're actually stuck in her. She will occasionally shake her whole body if she has an itch or if she's trying to kind of get things moving, and the quills will go flying, but they're not going out with any force. They're not going to actually stick in anything. And she's munching on some snacks right now. So some of her favorites here are lettuce, corn, broccoli. They are herbivores. So they will eat any sort of plant material they can find. But of course they have their favorites. And we do have special biscuits that are made just for herbivores that have all the nutrition that she could possibly need. But today she's not thinking those are delicious. Now, do we have any questions about Maple? I could talk about her all day, and I can keep going, but if anybody has any questions, yeah, go ahead.
Does she live with anybody?
Does she live with anybody? That's kind of a sore subject for her. No. She does have a roommate. So she is part of the species survival plan, part of our breeding program, but we do not have a male right now. She has not been paired with a male because she's still fairly young. So we put her with our older female who is retired from breeding. And they coexist, they're roommates, they don't love each other, but they do coexist. And they will kind of share that space and share the resources. Porcupines in the wild tend to be somewhat solitary, but if there are other porcupines nearby, they don't really care. As long as there's food to go around, they will coexist and they will be just fine. So yes, she has her roommate, not her best friend, doesn't hate it. They just kind of live together. But someday, fingers crossed, she will be paired with a male, and we will hopefully have a baby porcupine. Our female Maisie was also part of the species survival plan. She's a bit older. She did have a baby 2 years ago now. He lives down at Wegaforth Bowl. His name is Dakota, so if you visit the 2 o'clock presentation down there, you might see him. But Maple has not gotten a boy yet.
She said, no way, Jose.
Not yet. No, she's still too young. Do you have any other questions about Maple? You guys see her moving around. So I mentioned they live in the forest. They actually do spend a lot of time up in trees. They're not the most graceful up in the trees. So she will use her big flat back feet and that tail to kind of balance and move around. She doesn't have a prehensile or grabbing tail like a lot of animals that live in the trees. So she's going to just move very slowly, and she will occasionally use that tail kind of like a rudder. So she's not going to show it off today, but they can climb up and down trees vertically, and they will actually climb down the tree with their tail first and use it to brace on the way down. It also has the advantage that if there's a predator at the bottom of that tree, the first thing they're going to encounter is the sharp side of those quills. So it helps to keep them safe. Do we have any other questions about Maple? Yeah.
How hard is it to remove those?
How hard is it to remove? So for us, we have these prehensile hands. We have a thumb, not too hard. You can pull it right out. If you ever had a fish hook kind of get you, or like a foxtail, it's similar to that. If you were a predator, if you're a mountain lion, a bobcat, if you were a dog that encountered a porcupine and those quills got in your face or your paw, they're going to rub at it to try to get them out. They don't have something that can pull them out. And what that's going to do is it's going to drive the quills deeper and deeper and deeper, and they can actually get into their bloodstream and cause all sorts of problems. So it can be really dangerous for some of these predators out here. But for us, not such a huge deal. Most of us, actually I don't think any of us have actually gotten quilled from the porcupine. When we usually get a quill is if we're cleaning up after them. We're bagging up some trash, we're picking up some poop, there happens to be a quill there, sticks in our hand, and we just pluck it right out. If they do ever get in there really good, another trick, their quills are actually hollow. Porcupines have hollow quills that allows them to float through the water. And one of the benefits of that is if we take a pair of scissors and cut it in half, it'll deflate and you can just pull it right out. So it's not very hard to get out for us, but if you're a predator that encountered her, wouldn't be so easy, wouldn't be so great. They don't have all the fun tools that we have. Yeah, great question. Do you have any other questions about Maple as she hangs out here? So she's just one of many ambassadors that live here at the zoo. I mentioned that we bring different ambassadors out here every day. We also have a presentation next door, Wegaforth Bowl. It's at 2 o'clock, so right after this you can head over there. And they bring out several more. They usually bring about 4 animals out. But we really do appreciate you coming by and visiting us today, checking out Maple, visiting Basecamp, and visiting the zoo. Because just by joining us, you are helping to protect not only the animals here in the zoo, helping us learn about them and take care of them, but also a lot of our wild projects that we have. We have projects in countries all over the world helping to protect different species. So porcupines are just one that benefit from those partnerships and from those programs. So thank you guys so much. And we will hang out here just a few more moments, but thanks for visiting. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day at the zoo.
Thank you. Maple.
Over here, crazy. You don't want to
Okay, she's gonna walk on.
I don't have anything. I don't bring
There she goes. She's gonna get the rest of her treats in the carrier. Bye, Maple. That's funny. And then they drop lots of stuff while they're in the forest for other animals that maybe can't get into the trees, and then seeds and stuff to help repopulate. San Diego Zoo, 1 o'clock presentation.